Hey everyone, um, my name is Benjamin. You're probably wondering where I've been for the last year and a half. Wait, I'm not going to be up myself. No, you haven't been wondering because I only made 3 videos last year and then I decided that I was too self conscious to. Well, I didn't decide. I did not decide. I just felt too self conscious to actually upload anymore. But then tonight I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to upload a video. I think it's time. So here I am. Um, Let me tell you where I've been the last year and a half. So the last year and a half has been a crazy whirlwind of different things that have been happening. Um, Firstly, uh, I was in a really difficult place in my head um, for about 4 months, where I was just in really not feeling good at all. I was barely leaving the house, like basically only leaving the house to go to work. Um, I think. I think that's what it was. Yeah. And if I did have to leave the house for some other reason, I would have to massively wash my hands before I left, which was really too much of a hassle to actually leave the house. So that's kind of why I didn't go out that much. So there was one day when I was at work and I was just having a bad day, and I just decided in my break that I would just call up the counsellor who I'd been thinking about seeing for the 6 months beforehand, and I made an appointment, which was a very good thing for me to do at the time because, and it's still a good thing for me to do right now because it does help you actually get your head into a better headspace. Um, so went to the counselor psychologist. She's a psychologist. So I'm seeing the psychologist. Well, yeah, I'm still seeing the psychologist, but I started seeing the psychologist, and uh, the following few months, I definitely got better with how I was feeling. I was basically, I still am massively OCD, and that was practically why I was in the bad headspace, and I've got a bit of depression as well. So back last year, I was in a really bad headspace. Went to the psychologist, and we started working on my problems. So as you could probably tell from the hand washing that I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so we started working on that, and that got better. But around October last year, or actually it was late September, doesn't really matter though. Late September, I still felt like I still could feel better, as in I still felt really anxious and worrisome. So I spoke to my doctor and we put me on antidepressants. Um, that was a good choice. Because since then I'm actually it's a lot easier to basically be myself, because I'm not as worrisome as I used to be. I still am, but I don't feel like massive waves of worry or um, grief. Not grief. I can't find the word for it. It's just panic, like internal panic, anxiety. Anxiety, that's the word. So I don't feel like as massive anxiety as I used to, but I still do, but not as much. So antidepressants, good for me, as in they were good for me. I'm still on them. Um, there are times when I actually forget to take them, and I then realize why I went on them to begin with, because they make me feel really, really anxious, and actually my OCD kind of becomes a lot worse. And I'm sorry for my shiny glasses. I just realized that they're reflecting my screen, but that's okay. I'll take them off. No, actually, I'll leave them back on. No, I'll take them off. Um, so, antidepressants, good for me. they were a good choice. Okay, I've lost my train of thought. Okay, so antidepressants making me feel better. Um, I a few years ago I completed my degree of media arts from university. I studied television and film, and well, I haven't really used that since then much. So I was having a lot of trouble last year actually deciding what to do with my life because I work at a supermarket. And I did, I still do. I was working at a supermarket part time, worried about what I'll do with my life. So one night, my friend and I, we were having a walk at the beach, and I was talking to her about how the only thing that I'd actually feel passionate about, more passion than doing television and film, was actually going to the gym and improving my body. Now I started doing that after I finished uni in about 2014, and kind of really lost the plot. When I lost the plot last year and had to go to counselling, I stopped going because it was just too difficult to go out. So yeah, there's the backstory. So I told my friend that the only thing I wanted to do was improve my body. Like, that was the thing that I'd most had a yearning for, I suppose. I mean, it sounds like really vain, I guess, but that was the way it was. So my friend then suggested that I become a personal trainer, and that actually really like planted a seed in me. And So I started researching it, and I was reminded about how the gym near my work was actually going to be hosting or like leasing out one of its rooms to a education organization who actually trained up to personal trainers. So I looked into that one and I actually joined up with them, enrolled, and earlier this year I started, and it lasted for 12 weeks roughly of full-time study. Basically, it was 9 till 3 every day of the week. Sorry, I'm yawny. It's 12 past 11 right now. Starting to feel a little bit tired. But yeah, so I completed the program and now I'm working in a gym. I still work at the supermarket as well. But yeah, I've made a little bit more progression than I did last year, which was good. So that's where I'm at now. So I'm hoping that I'm not actually sure if I'm going to actually upload more videos after this. I'm hoping to, but I'll see how that goes. So yeah, there's a bit of an update on my life. What else? What else do I want to talk about tonight? I still, if you look on my channel, you'll find one of my videos from last year is about me talking about being yourself. I still believe that 100%. You need to be yourself in this world, and be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. I still believe that. So keep on being you. Be fabulous. Okay? See ya.